2. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. I appreciate it. Happy International Yoga Day. Today, we will be focused. Our theme for today is strength. So last week, if you guys were here, we did healing. So we did a lot of like healing poses that made your body feel good. Today, we're gonna build some strength in our core, our legs, and our arms. Over the past few months, I have found myself cultivating a lot of strength during these times, so I thought that this theme would be relevant. That can relate to yoga too, like doing these poses, holding them, you build a lot of strength, in your muscles around your bones, your muscles around your internal organs, and so on and so forth. So, and I always say to people, holding these poses, the reason why we hold these poses is so that we can get stronger and build strength. And the more we do them, the stronger we become. So today, usually I begin in seated. I want to begin in child's pose. So, extended child's pose. So, spread your knees as wide as your mat. Place your hands and arms in front of you. Press your palms to the mat and bring your forehead to the mat. Press your big toes together. And from here, we're going to take a couple breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Let your body kind of sink into the mat. Try to push your bottom towards your heels. Okay, from here, come up to all fours. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, and your knees should be underneath your hips, so hip distance. Okay, come to a neutral spine. Press your hands firmly on the mat. And in an inhale, drop your belly towards the mat. You can tuck your toes or untuck them. Inhale, this is cow, and then exhale to cat. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Try to bring your shoulders away from your face. Don't push them back. And exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, come to a neutral spine. And from here, bring your left hand forward and your right leg back. And look behind you, make sure that your leg is aligned with your hip and your arm is straight. Flex your right toe, hold it, and then release and switch and do the other side. So right hand up, left leg. Hug your navel in towards your spine and release. Okay, let's do it one more time on each side. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, now from here, place your hands a little bit more forward. Tuck your toes if they're not tucked already, and push your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Press your hands firmly on the mat. Make sure your arms are straight. Hug your navel in towards your spine and try to push your heels towards the mat. Don't worry if they don't touch. Okay, now bend your right leg, then your left leg, and then both legs. And then push your hips up even further up towards the sky. We're gonna hold it here for a minute while taking a couple breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, from here, look up towards the front of your mat, bend your legs, and you're gonna take little baby steps towards the top of your mat to start. Now from here, keep a soft bend in your knees. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Grab your elbows and kind of just hang over while swaying back and forth. We're just warming up the back of the legs and hamstrings. Call this position ragdoll. Okay, place your hands on the mat and keep your legs with a soft bend bend your knees a little bit. And inhale, flat back, and exhale, bow. Uttanasana, forward fold. You should make sure that your legs are parallel to your feet so that you're not back like this or too forward. Inhale, hands up towards the sky, and exhale, hands to heart. Now from here, we're going to take a couple breaths. While we do that, we're going to go on our toes. So inhaling, bring your hands up, now go to your toes, and exhale, down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, up on your toes, and exhale, release. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, we're going to do some flows now. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, down. Now see if you can straighten your legs. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, bow. And try to bring your head as close as you can towards your knees without straining any muscles. Place your hands on the mat. Step your feet back to high plank. Okay. When you're in high plank, keep your hands, spread your fingers wide. Place your hands firmly on the mat. Make sure your bottom is lifted up and your legs are straight. You might be shaking a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to hold it here for a couple of breaths for this first plank to kind of warm up the core. And we're going to shift forward on our toes and with control, slowly, very slowly go down to chaturanga while hugging in your elbows towards one another. From here, untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet firmly on the mat. Bring your hands so that they're at the base of your rib cage. Squeeze your elbows towards one another and come up, cobra, so that your navel is slightly hovering over the mat. At the same time, keep pressing those feet firmly on the mat. Take a couple breaths here and release. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, now bring your hands up again for about an inch. Tuck your toes, push up to plank, and push your hips up to downward facing dog. Look up towards the top of your mat and step your right foot forward and then your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we'll do that 1 more time, a little bit faster. Inhale, hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Okay, step your feet back to plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows towards one another, and you could do cobra, or you could do upward facing dog. So when you're in upward facing dog, your thighs should be slightly over the mat. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Look up, you could step or hop towards the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Okay. Now we're going to be doing some poses with these flows. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Hands on the mat, step your feet back. Shift forward, chaturanga, to upward facing dog or cobra. Make sure you keep breathing. Tuck your toes, push back to downward facing dog. Now from here, press your right foot firmly on the mat. Now slide that left foot up as high as you can towards the sky. Flex your left foot, bend your left knee, and with control, while arching that back, bring your left foot so that it's in between the palms of your hands. You can use your hands and move it. That's totally fine. Now from here, bend your left knee so it's over your left ankle. Put your right knee down on the mat. You can use a blanket if this hurts your knees. This is low lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs energetically towards one another. Lift your hands up towards the sky. And release. Place your hands on the mat. Then take your right hand and bring it so that's in the inner left foot. And bring that left hand up towards the sky. Low lunge with a twist. And release. Place your hands on the mat. Bring your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's flow again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, bow. Place your hands in the mat, step your feet back. Shift forward, chaturanga to upper facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes, push your hips back, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna do the other side. So press your left foot firmly on the mat. Slide that right leg up, flex your right foot, downward dog split. Bend your right knee and shift forward and bring that right foot in between the palms of your hands. Bring down, lower that left knee. Hug your navel in towards your spine. Squeeze your thighs in towards one another. And in an inhale, come up, low lunge. Take a breath here and release your hands. Now press your left palm on your inner right foot and bring your right arm up towards the sky. Low lunge with a twist. And release. Bring that left knee up and bring it up to meet your right foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, bow. Place your hands on the mat. Step your feet back to plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upper facing dog or cobra. I'm going to do cobra. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Okay, from here, press your right foot firmly on the mat. Bring that left leg up towards the sky if you can. If you want to keep it here with a soft bend in your left knee, that's fine too. Shift your body forward and bring that left foot in between your hands. Now from here, you can do what we did before with the low lunge, or you can lift your right leg up to high lunge. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. With control and strength, bring your arms up towards the sky. High lunge. Make sure that right leg is straight. And breathe here. Okay, take your hands together. And if you can stay here, or you can bring your right elbow past your left knee. This is high lunge with a twist. Breathe. Okay, release. Now bring that right leg up to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Okay, now place your hands on the mat. Step your left foot back. Bend your right knee so it's over your right ankle. Make sure that left leg is straight, and with control, come up, high lunge on the other side. Breathe here for a moment. Take your hands and bring your left elbow past your right knee. And it's okay if you're a little wobbly. High lunge with a twist. And release. Okay, bring your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky, and exhale, hands to heart. Okay, I'm just gonna take a couple of breaths here in mountain pose. So bring your feet so that they are hip distance apart. I'll face you so you can see me. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Gently lift your kneecaps. Lift your chin up and take a couple breaths here. Tadasana, mountain pose. At any time, if you need to stop and get water, feel free. Anytime you need to take a break and do child's pose, feel free. Your body should feel a little bit warmer now. So now we can hold some more poses. Okay. Place your feet on the mat. Make sure they're underneath your hips. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat back. Push back here. Exhale, bow. Place your hands on the mat. Step your feet back. High plank, shift forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes. Push back to downward facing dog. Now from here, press your left foot firmly on the mat. Slide your right leg up. Bend your right knee and bring it so it's in between the palms of your hands. Now from here, turn your left foot so that it's at a 90-degree angle. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. And with control, come up to warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Press your feet firmly on the mat. Hug your navel in and breathe, inhaling and exhaling. This pose requires a lot of strength, and it's really important to hold this one so you can gain more strength in your lower body. And in your next exhale, place your hands on the side of that right foot and shift your weight forward on that right foot. Bring your hands so that they're underneath your shoulders. Flex your right foot. This is a half split. Try to make sure your left leg is parallel to your hip. Bring your shoulders away from your face and breathe. And release by bringing that right foot up. Your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Place your hands on the mat. We're going to bring our right leg back now. Turn your right leg so it's at a 90-degree angle. Bend your left knee so it's over your left ankle and come up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Try to make sure your torso is not turning, it's straight, facing the front of your mat. And breathe here. One more breath. And release. Place your hands on the mat and same thing, shift your weight towards that left foot. Bring your hands so they're underneath your shoulders. Flex your right foot. Half split. And release by bringing your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Hands on the mat. Step your feet back. Shift forward, chaturanga. And upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes. Push back, downward facing dog. Now you'll notice this downward dog is you're a lot more flexible than the first one. So your muscles are warm and your body's warmer. Okay, so press your left foot on the mat, slide that right leg, bend it, you don't have to lift it, and shift forward and bring it in between the palms of your hands. From here, turn your left toe so it's at a 90-degree angle. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle, and you're going to cartwheel your hands up, and this time your bodies should be facing the side of your mat. Bend, keep bending that right leg, make sure it's parallel to your ankle. Bring your arms up, hug your navel in, and look past your right middle finger, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Hold it here for a moment. Keep breathing, follow your breath. Cultivate strength. Now, bring your right palm up towards the sky and bring that right hand past your right cheek. Reverse warrior. Keep bending that leg, that right knee. Place your right arm over your right knee and bring your left hand past your left cheek. Come back to warrior 2. Hold it for just one more moment here and release by straightening that right leg. Now shift your body forward so that you can reach either your ankle or the outside of your right foot or your shin or your knee, wherever you are in your flexibility. Place your right hand on the outside of your right foot. Bring your left hand up towards the sky. Hug your navel in and slightly just try to turn your torso and reach towards the sky. Trikonasana triangle. And release. Now from here, take your hands, place them on the mat, and slowly move them so that they're at the side of your mat. Straighten your right foot, so both of your feet should be straight. Okay, from here, place your hands on the outside of the side of your mat, and with control, slowly go down while bringing your hands on the mat. Try to bring the crown of your head towards the mat. Pasrita Padottanasana. This is a wide-legged forward bend. The more you practice this pose, you'll notice the closer your head gets to the mat. Keep breathing here. Inhale, flat back while keeping your fingers on the mat. And exhale, bow. Inhale, hands on your hips, squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another, and with control, come up. Now, we're gonna do it on the other side. So, bring your left foot towards the back of the mat. Turn your right foot so it's at a 90-degree angle. You can modify your stance if needed. Okay, from here, bend that left knee so it's over your left ankle. Bring your hands up towards the sides and look past that left middle finger for adjustment to warrior two. Breathe. Inhale. Turn your palm up and bring it towards the side of your face. First warrior. And bring that left elbow on your left knee and bring your right arm up towards the side of your face. Couple breaths here, and back to warrior two. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another. Hold it for one moment, and release by straightening that left leg. Shift your body towards that left leg. Place your hand on the outside of your left foot, and bring your right arm up towards the sky while turning your torso towards the sky. Make sure you hug your navel in towards the midline. Take a couple breaths here, Trikonasana triangle. And release. Place your hand inside of that right foot. Turn your right foot straight and bring that right foot up to meet your left foot. You should be facing the back of your mat now. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Hands on the mat. Step your feet back to a plank. Okay, when you're in this plank, stay here for a moment. And I want you to take your right foot and tap it to the outside of your mat. Okay, now do the same thing with your left foot while still maintaining that plank position. Tap. Right foot. Tap. Left foot. Tap. Okay, one more time on each side. Tap. We're building strength in our core, and release. Now shift forward to chaturanga. Hug your elbows towards one another. Untuck your toes. Up to upward facing dog. And a much needed rest for a minute. Child's pose. So bring your knees as wide as your mat. Place your hands in front of you. Bring your big toes together and take a couple breaths here. We did a lot of poses, so it's important to take breaks before we do some more poses. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Okay, bring your head up and come up. So, I'm going to teach you guys, it's a little bit of an intermediate. I know I teach level 1 yoga, but I like to always add on a little bit of a harder pose in my practice, and you can practice this at home on your own, and the more you practice it, the stronger you become. So I'm going to teach you Bakasana, crow pose. So this is a little bit of a challenging pose, and it took me a while, but you can work to gain that strength to do that pose over time, or maybe you're able to do it right now. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to come to kind of like a squat position, like this. Okay, so your feet should be kind of not as wide as your mat, but they should be wide enough so that you have a good balance here. Okay, now from here, place your hands in the mat, and your hands should be a little bit, they should be parallel to your shoulders. It should be a little bit more forward, like an inch. Now from here, bring your legs up, bend your elbows, place your hands firmly on the mat, spread your fingers wide, and I'm gonna do this pose first, so you guys can watch me do the first one, and then we can do the second one together. So press your hands firmly on the mat, and with control, you shift your body forward. And from here, you can work on, you can just lift one foot and then the other, and if you keep doing that, eventually you'll be able to lift both feet. So from here, shift your body on your hands, and with control, bring both feet up and hold, and then release. Okay, I know it looks difficult, but we can try it. Okay, so place your hands on the mat, come into that seated squat position. Now, if you can, bend your elbows and tuck them underneath, like try to bring them as close to your shins as you can. Now lift your butt up and shift your weight forward. Now you can work on building strength, lifting one foot and the other, and then eventually you will be able to, maybe you can now, with both feet. And release. That pose is really good for your wrists and your arms and your abdominal wall as well. Okay, so let's go to our stomachs. So lay on your belly. Bring your forehead to the mat. Press the tops of your feet on the mat. Press your palms on the mat. And in one inhale, simultaneously lift your head, chest, arms, and legs. Inhale, Shalabhasana, locust. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Pull your feet back as if someone's pulling them behind you. And keep breathing here. And release. Place your hands on top of each other. Place your left cheek on top of your hands. Notice your breath and your heart rate. Okay, we can do that same position, or if you want a little bit of a more challenge, you can grab your ankles or the tops of your feet, wherever you are. I will be grabbing my ankles. And in one inhale, you're going to lift your head and your chest and your feet towards your head. Try not to pull your legs. You want to push your legs back towards your head. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Try to squeeze your legs energetically towards one another. And release. Place your hands in the mat. Now press your right cheek on top of your hands. Take a couple breaths here. Okay, now we're going to shift onto our backs. Okay, bend your knees and make sure your feet are close to your bottom and that they're underneath, parallel to your knees. Place your hands firmly on the mat. And in one inhale, you're going to shift your hips up towards the sky. Press your shoulder blades firmly on the mat, lift your chin up and bring your chest towards your chin. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Try to lift up even higher with your next exhale. Hold it for one more breath and release. We'll do that one more time. Take a couple breaths here. Okay, in your next exhale, shift your hips up towards the sky. Maybe this time, you interlace your hands underneath your hips. Keep breathing here. Try to squeeze your hips towards one another as if you have one of those yoga blocks. You're squeezing one of those yoga blocks in between your thighs. And release your hands, and slowly with control, release your hips. Okay, from here, stay on your back. Bring your right leg and bend it and bring your right ankle over your left knee. And from here, bring your left foot up, keeping that bend still in that left leg. Take your hands, interlace them, and bring them behind your left thigh. From here, push your right thigh out away from your face with your right elbow. And at the same time, bring your left leg in towards your face. So you can create some sort of opposition here. You should feel a good stretch in your hip and your outer right leg thigh. This is thread the needle. It's a really great hip opener. Okay, and if you can, bring that left foot up towards the sky and flex your right foot. Breathe. Okay, and release. Okay, we'll do it on the other side. Bring your right ankle over, your left ankle over your right thigh. Bring your right leg up. Interlace your fingers and give your right leg a soft pull towards your face while pushing your left knee away from your face. Breathe here and bring that right leg up towards the sky. And breathe. And release. Okay, and bend your knees and bring your head towards your knees to neutralize the spine. And slowly rock yourself up towards seated. Okay. From here, bring both legs out in front of you. Flex both of your feet. Bring your hands to the outside of your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Stay here for a moment. Dandasana. Hug your navel in towards your spine. This pose really actually helps with posture. See if you can slightly lift your kneecaps energetically. Okay, from here, bring your hands up towards the sky and reach over and try to touch your toes or your ankles. If you can't, that's totally fine. Keep flexing and activating those feet and try to bring your head towards your knee as much as you can without hurting yourself, of course. Paschimottanasana. Forward bend. Okay, now bring your right foot and press it firmly on the inside of your left thigh. Flex your right foot, make sure your torso is straight, bring your arms up, and try to grab your left foot or ankle and bring your head towards your knee. Join your Shirshasana. Breathe. And release. Other side. Right foot, flex it, and bring your left foot and bring it to place it firmly on your inner right thigh. Turn your torso, hug your navel in, bring your hands up, and reach towards that right foot. Couple breaths here. And release. Now bring your feet together in butterfly pose. And with control, slowly, if you're here, if you're just here, that's fine. But if you can get as close to your feet so that you can feel that stretch in your thighs, that would be great. And release. Okay, now we're gonna come to our backs for Shavasana. So come on your backs. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Your palms should be facing the ceiling. And let your body just kind of sink into the mat. Soften your jaw, close your eyes, and take deep inhales and exhales. Try to let go of any negative thoughts or to-do list. I'm going to stay here for about 2 minutes. I like to stay in Shavasana for a while. It's very important after a practice. Okay, from here, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Open up your eyes. Bend your knees and bring them to your chest. And shift your body towards your right side. And slowly come up to Sukhasana, seated. Bring your hands on top of your knees. Hopefully you guys feel stronger after class than coming in. I thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Kirsten. Thanks, guys. Hi, Federica.